My heartless wife threatened to send my niece back to her parents' house so her father can rope her. She refuses to apologize. My sister and brother-in-law were abusive parents to my niece Charlotte. I always try to protect her, but my wife and I were only able to get custody years ago. We adopted her, and she's a good kid at heart, but she still struggles a lot from the amount of times her parents have laid hands on her. She confessed to me that her dad threatened to rope her once, and that messed her up a lot. She's still in therapy and has come so far, but finds it difficult to accept unconditional love and that kids don't have to be perfect. While she's usually fine with my wife and I, she still sometimes tends to see our daughter Chloe as ungrateful and spoiled. I've worked really hard on this, and it's a lot better, but sometimes it comes up in their teenage squabbles. It's not perfect, but the girls generally get along. Last Friday they had an issue. I was at work and this is what I was told. Chloe was refusing to do any of her chores and arguing about it with my wife. Charlotte jumped in and basically called Chloe lazy and said that she should be a better daughter like her. Apparently my wife got ticked off and told her off. She reminded her that she was lucky we were taking care of her, and not letting her father do whatever he wanted to her and to stay out of it. From there it got bad. My wife says that Charlotte was extremely rude about Chloe. But she also admits she told Charlotte that we didn't have to take care of her, and that basically unlike Chloe, we can send her back to her parents if she keeps it up. Ignoring the fact we legally cannot, that's just completely effed up. They ended their fight with Charlotte just going to my parents for that night, and she's been really upset and withdrawn since. When I got home my wife filled me in, and I was honestly pretty furious. Then I talked to Chloe and after I saw red. My wife never told me about the father comment, but Chloe did. The first thing that came to mind was, what the F is wrong with you? That's what I asked my wife. Which admittedly wasn't a productive response, but I was honestly just floored. The issue is that Charlotte doesn't get that a kid deserves unconditional love even if they're not perfect, so you effing tell her that you'll kick her out if she doesn't behave and you'll gladly let her father effing rope her? All the progress I worked with her for is gonna be shut back again. I was mad at my wife and I fought about it. I get she can be difficult, but that was inappropriate. However, she still refused to apologize or anything. I've tried to talk to her and explain that we love her, and that it wasn't meant the way it was said. But my wife is just accusing me of babying and favoring Charlotte. My heartless wife threatened to send my niece back to her parents' house so her father can rope her. She refuses to apologize. Since that incident, my wife and I have been in a lot of therapy. She's apologized to Charlotte a lot and tried to fix it with Charlotte, but she lost a lot of trust with what she said. Even now it's not back to what it was. The therapy is helping, and she realized just how wrong it was to say such cruel things to a 14-year-old girl. Charlotte has mostly gone back to normal around me, though a bit clingier. I've made it clear I'll always love and be there for her. And I've been making it clear it's unconditional, and she doesn't have to be perfect or deserve it. She's obviously still in therapy and getting help. The girls have had some stupid fights since, but nothing like last time. Charlotte initially distanced herself, but Chloe got her back to normal quicker than my wife and I. She was really there for Charlotte. When she wants to be, she can be really thoughtful. Chloe is doing fine. I made sure to talk to her and she doesn't have an issue with Charlotte. As usual, she basically said Charlotte can be annoying but she loves her, a normal sister. It's not perfect, but improving. I think my wife's actions were a mistake, but they were from the situation rather than about Charlotte herself. All the little issues built up and she exploded. She didn't realize how much it grew to bother her. She's made it clear she knows Charlotte is our daughter now and that it was a horrible mistake. We are working to fix it. If she really can't handle it I will have to leave for Charlotte's sake, but I think our progress is promising so far. Edit, I just came home and Charlotte's room was cleared out and she was not there. My wife told me that they had an argument again and Charlotte slapped her really hard. In turn she kicked Charlotte out.